Hi, Ray Talks Ball back with another video. This time I look ahead to the week's game of Liverpool vs Real Madrid. Huge game in the Champions League. Tough fixture for Liverpool. It's not a game we win very often when we play. Even our best teams have struggled to beat these over the years. It's going to be one of the toughest games, if not the toughest game of the season, I reckon. Just because of the form they're in, the form we've been in. It's going to be hard. Kylian Mbappe is in the form of his life, scoring goals for fun. This new Xabi Alonso Real Madrid it started slow, but it's been picking up the pace. They've been playing very well. Getting lots of results, top of La Liga. I can't remember where they are in Champions League. I'm just looking at it now. They're third in the Champions League. One of 5 teams that remain 3-3. PSG, Bayern, Inter, Arsenal and Real Madrid are the only teams that have won all their games so far in the champs. We're down in 10th, winning 2, losing 1. Not too bad. Shouldn't have really lost the one we did, so it is what it is. Hopefully we can get a good result tomorrow, else it's going to be a nervous last few games in the Champions League, fighting to be most likely going to end up in the knockout stages, not the going straight through like we was last year. And that's going to be an extra 2 games. I think it's in around February time. I can't quite remember when it is. But we need to keep winning. We need to get the results to make sure we go through to the automatic stages. Is that going to be tough? Yes, it's going to be very tough. Can we do it? Of course we can do it. We still are a very good team. It's still lots of incredible players in the team. They've just not been playing well. Whether that's down to the system, coaching, ability, I think it's just been a mixture of everything. Just a lot of things gone wrong for the players, the coach and staff, in and around this, behind the scenes at the club. But the weekend was a big result. It was a better performance, a clean sheet against the Villa side who were playing well. It wasn't against a Villa side who weren't in good form, or they just beat Man City. So it is a good Villa team. It's capable. They were on 5 wins in a row or something. So as much as it was, people can say it was only Aston Villa, it was a good Aston Villa. And they didn't really ever look like they were going to do anything in the game. Morgan Rogers was the bright spark. He had a few shots that hit the post, I think I remember. But obviously, that Aston Villa team is completely different level for this Real Madrid team. This Real Madrid team is one of the best teams in the world. It's going to be incredibly hard to stop them. I don't know if Trent will play. Don't really care if Trent does play. I hope Trent does play, to be honest, because then Mo Salah can cook him. No, I don't think Mo Salah would even play against him, would he? I don't know. But it's still going to be a very tricky game. I've seen some of our best sides come up against this Real Madrid team and still lose, even though they completely dominate them. So we're going to have to probably play our best game of the season if we want to stand a chance of getting something out of this Real Madrid game. I think most likely we're going to get battered, but we will see. I hope not. I really do hope not. I think the midfield, I think the team will be pretty much the same. I don't think he'd make many changes. But then with Man City on the weekend as well, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, because I don't think Robbo can play the Villa, the Real Madrid and the City game, so Kirkes is going to be back in. I think the rest of the defence is going to be as it is because there's no one else that can play unless Szoboszlai goes at right back. And if he's at right back, that means Watts is going to be in the midfield. It's going to be a very tough game. I don't know if I'd risk Watts more for this game or the City game. I feel like the Champions League game would suit him a little bit more. So hopefully he is playing that game instead of the Man City one. I put Szoboszlai at right back, midfield, Gravenberch, McAllister or Jones, and then Wirtz. And the front three, it's got to be Gakpo, Ekitike and Mo, because I don't think there's anybody else. I'm not sure if Isaac's fit enough yet. It's kind of crazy we spent all this money and we've barely got a starting 11. This is the issue when you spend big money on players. You can't spend all this, you can't buy in players and then completely gut your team as well. It's just, that's a thing for another day. Mo Salah scoring 2 goals in 2 games could be very good, but he never really plays well against Real Madrid. There's this like weird thing between him and Real Madrid just because of the Ramos incident. But hopefully he can break that. I feel like Ekitike can cause some problems. I don't know about Gakpo. Gakpo's so mixed, he can not affect the game for so much of it and then gets a goal still. He's just Mo Salah for the left wing, really, with not as much goal contributions. We really do miss Luis Diaz out on that left wing. It's a shame how the club treated Luis Diaz. He was a phenomenal player. As you can see, he having a brilliant season at Bayern Munich. We are home. We are home tomorrow. So we do have the Anfield advantage, but these boys need to be at their best. They need to be given a 9 or 10 out of 10 or even 11 out of 10 performance tomorrow. It needs to be that good. It needs to be top notch, because if they're not, Real Madrid will be top notch and Real Madrid will dismantle us if we aren't careful. Now, what do I think for this game? Well, obviously it's going to be tough. But Gravenberch, McAllister, if it is those two in the midfield, they need to be running the show. If these two are running the show, we have a very good chance of beating these. The midfield battle is where this game's won and lost, I think. Defensively, we haven't been brilliant, no. But Ibu and Verge can have a big history of stepping up in big games. Playing well. We saw it last year. Last year we beat them 2-0. If we can replicate that performance, that would be brilliant. But on the same hand, the Mbappe that played that game and the Mbappe that's playing the game tomorrow, 2 different Mbappes. They played on Sunday. I can't remember what their score was. I'm just going to have a quick check now. Oh no, they played on Saturday even. Oh, they played the same time as we did, Saturday night. They won 4-0. Mbappe scored twice and Bellingham scored. And then Fernandez Carreras. Courtois, Huijsen, Carreras, Militao, Valverde, Gula, Tuchemeni, Bellingham, Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Mastantuono or something. I butchered that. That was their starting 11 up against Valencia. Probably will be much of the same 11, I reckon. They brought Endrick, Rodrigo, Asensio, Cavaminga, Caballas on. So Trent didn't even play. I can't see them starting Trent on with against us, or even he might play a little bit, but that's going to be about it for that game. It'd be interesting to see, because they've got a few people back from injury, what kind of 11 they're going to put out. It's going to be a very exciting game. I think it's going to be full of goals. I just hope it's full of goals for Liverpool and not Real Madrid, like I feel like it probably will be. It's going to be a horrible game, but if the boys turn up, the boys can get a win. Anfield will be rocking. Hopefully we can put a little bit of fear into them, but it's Real Madrid, isn't it? A European bogey team. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's the Real Madrid look ahead, and I'll be back again with a max reaction, hopefully a good one. See you then. Cheers.